Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. We recently replaced the control valve in our 68 Mustang Coupe, and while we were there, we noticed a couple tears in the boot for our slave cylinder. The slave cylinder is an integral part of the power steering system. In our case, it's actually working fine, but the boot being damaged could lead to damage down the road. So today we're going to show you how to replace the slave cylinder boot on your 65 through 70 Mustang using our 68 Coupe. The slave cylinder boot kit will give you everything you need to replace the slave cylinder boot on your 1965 through 1970 with factory power steering. It includes the boot itself, the bushings and washers, the clamp, and the hardware. For this installation, they need a lift or a jack and jack stands, 9/16 wrench, vice grips, and cutting pliers. The slave cylinder serves an important role because it takes fluid from the control and actually is what moves the wheels back and forth. Like I said, ours is working properly. We like to keep it that way, so we're going to replace our dried up and torn boot. Start the installation by removing the cotter pin. To get the slave cylinder off the bracket, what you want to do is remove this nut here. You'll want to hold onto the stud from the slave cylinder so it doesn't spin while you remove the nut. Now to get the cylinder out of the bracket, all we're going to do is just basically turn the car to the left, and it'll pull itself right out. I remove both of the bushings and the washer, and to get this part here, the clamp, just simply cut it off. And you just basically got to slide it off and get it over this stud here. We'll slide our new boot up into place. Carefully stretch it around the inside of the cylinder here. Do the same thing with this end, slide it down, pull over the piece where it was before, right on the edge there. And we'll tighten down the clamp. Now, washer and bushings can go on each side of the bracket. We'll start with the washer, one bushing. We'll pull the plunger out and turn the wheels back. And then a bushing and a washer on the other side. And we'll install the hardware and tighten it down. The kit does include a new nut for this. I prefer to use the original castle nut with the cotter pin. It doesn't matter, both will do the job fine. Then make sure the castle nut's lined up properly on the stud. You can reinstall the cotter pin. And your installation's finished. The slave cylinder boot kit is an inexpensive fix to save any kind of future damage to your slave cylinder, which is a lot more involved to repair. The installation is pretty straightforward. It should probably take you no more than about half an hour. It should be back on the road in no time.